myself and my wife and family and all our coaches and their families, but, you know, our players, that I look around the ball, you know, after the ball game and look around the dressing room, you experience it because you saw it in the interviews you did with them, and you look around the room when you see the emotion, the expression that's so genuine and honest that words can't depict how they feel. There's no way. You're swept up with the feeling, the attitude, the atmosphere, and there's only one thing that does it, Howard, and that's winning. You know, that's the only answer, the only thing that makes that come to the front. And we had a lot of those expressions around here lately because we've certainly had a lot of winning.
Boy, what happened today at halftime? You must have made a tremendous adjustment.
Well, here's the thing. I told the press, you know, what you say to them at halftime, what happens on the field. You know, what happens out there during the ball game decides the outcome of the ball game. But there are certain things that you can do, you know. I think the most important thing that we did at the halftime, we were ready to play the ball game, regardless of what people think. First of all, Oklahoma State played outstanding today. They're a good football team, and they played real well, and I've got to give them credit because we got all we wanted of the Aggies today. I'll guarantee you that. But at the same time, our football team, at the halftime, we talked to them about the poise, the confidence, the ability of having the composure that when things don't go right for them, and the momentum switches, because in ball games, momentum goes back and forth. It might be 30 minutes or it might be in 30 seconds. It goes back and forth. And we have got to have enough mental attitude or understanding about these things that allow a football team, certainly an experienced football team like ours, to understand it and compete with it and overcome it. And that's what we did at the halftime. We talked about it, challenged the players around the room, called on those great senior leaders we have, and they spoke it out that we could do it in 30 minutes of the season, a national championship. And our defensive coaches made some great adjustments the second half that completely stopped and dominated the second half for our defense against their offense.
What stands out in your mind about the season? I know it's...
Yeah, if I try to reflect on the season...
I don't mean game by game, but just some high points.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's two teams 13 weeks ago in the fourth quarter, and 7-5 with Baylor. A lot of people sitting in our stands couldn't understand it. Both teams have answered a lot of things in 13 weeks, and Baylor Bears and Oklahoma Sooners. And it's from that point on, there's so many things that have occurred and happened that like you say, I can't think of them all. There have been a lot of ups and downs, but been mostly ups, and I'm very happy for what we've accomplished, and everyone's been involved, from our trainers to the equipment managers, cheerleaders, the Roughnecks, the band, the Pride of Oklahoma, great fans, all of the coaches, because it took all of us. You know, it took every one of us. We got 140 players on our football team, and not all of them get to play. It took every one of those. It's just the University of Oklahoma football program isn't 22 people. There's hundreds involved, and certainly thousands of people that support it.
The day after this program is aired, you'll be in Washington receiving the Washington Touchdown Club, Pigskin Club Coach of the Year Award.
Touchdown Pigskin Club and Coach of the Year. And I hope Joe's the back of the year, but I don't know if they'll give it to him now since he's in Eastman Kodak and be in Miami, Florida. He can't make it. He's got to go to the AP show with Bob Hope, you know, Associated Press All-American and UPI. And so he's on the circuit, and he might not be able to make it. I certainly hope that he does get it because they said that they felt like he did.
How do you feel about these seniors who are leaving, Barry?
I wish they were juniors. Juniors today, and that means they'd have 2 more years. They've been great for us. You know, you've got to have leadership, Howard. You've got to have not only players with outstanding ability to win. You win with good players, but at the same time, they've got to be the type of individuals that are class people, that are great leaders on the field, off the field. Roderick Schultz, Randy Hughes, John Roush. I'm going to forget a lot of names because I'm throwing them at you fast, but I'm talking about every one of them. Wayne Hoffman's a guy who walks up to me at the ball games. His coach has been great career. You know, I mean it. And I have a great feeling for a guy like Wayne Hoffman. His whole entire squad does, you know. Things like that, that really just grab you because you understand how they feel, and I feel the same way. And there's a love there, expression, compassion. I mean, you got a freshman walk up to me like Elvis Peacock and say, "Hey, Coach, thank you for recruiting me. Come to Oklahoma."
Well, Barry, I guess this is the 24th year Kerr McGee has sponsored the OU Coaches Show, and I can't think of a happier ending. I really can't.
Well, it's my second, Howard, and with the Kerr McGee Corporation, and I want to thank everyone connected with the corporation, certainly you and Lower Uncle, Steve, Ron, Johnny, the whole bunch, and certainly Dean McGee of the Kerr McGee Corporation for allowing me to be a part of this great show.
Well, right after this commercial, we're going to show highlights of the season, and you just sit back and watch.
I can't wait to see it. Instant replay. And know the outcome of every one of them.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Howard. Ball game. And the thing that will happen in a ball game like this with Baylor and Oklahoma is that both teams are liable to make mistakes early. First game, first jitters. You fumble and put the ball on the ground, you throw the interception, make mistakes in the kicking game, all these things are liable to occur. Well, we've got to be smart enough and believe in ourselves enough that regardless of these things happening, we're going to overcome them. And they can happen. They might this weekend against Baylor. The same things. You're going to get behind in the ball game. There's a chance Baylor will score the first time they get the ball. And if we're going to win that national championship and get that ring that Terry Webb wants and I want and every one of you want, people, there are going to be a lot of ups and downs during this season. It's going to take 11 weeks of things not going our way most of the time, and a lot of the time they will. Ups and downs. In every ball game and every practice. I believe we'll go out there and jump around and cut and slash and try to prove to everyone we've got a great football team. Y'all go do that and I'll keep worrying about it. All right, go after it.
Baylor hung tough for 3 quarters. The next 2 were easy. But was OU really good enough to be number 1? The place to find out was in the Cotton Bowl. The voices you hear will be those of OU players.
Texas game was a physical game, but I still thought every game that we played in, we took, taking complete control of the game, even though the score was close in some of them.
The thing about our offense is we've outscored everybody so bad in the fourth quarter that they always seem to come up when they're going to get tough. They always seem to come up with a big play.
2 years before, even the Colorado scenery turned ugly when OU lost. Now it was the start of another Big 8 race. How good would the scenery look this year?
He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found the key for every door. The Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. and he lost a friend but kept a memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be poor and mad if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky.
The OU defense, Selman, Schoch, Hughes earning All-American honors week by week. But winning takes more than 5 or 6 man football, so let names like Waters, Gibbs, Bryant also be engraved in your memory. The week of Missouri became a milestone. Top-ranked Ohio State lost. With a victory, OU could be voted #1 again and get a firm handhold on the grand football tradition that several times before had made the Sooners the team for all seasons.
#1 football team in the country. Now it's your job to keep it. You got 3 ball games. You got it? It's up to you to keep it.
I feel the earth
tumbling down, a tumbling down, a tumbling down, a tumbling down, tumbling down.
I think the Nebraska game was probably the toughest. It was very emotional, physical type game. Of course, there's a lot of pride and a lot involved. The Big Eight and the national championship was on the line. They have a great team like we do, and you could just see everybody's effort throughout the game. It was just a great feeling.
I guess made the Nebraska game, I guess stands out most of all because, that gave us the Big Eight championship and just, kind of led the way for the national championship.
We got behind sometimes, and everybody kept their poise and confident that we could win, and we did.
Talk to the sophomores and the juniors. But playing to the best of their abilities, those guys that never have another chance, seniors. Been some great leaders and great players played here. Accomplished is about as much as you'd expect. 3 Big Eight championships. Lose 1 game in their career. Opportunity today to win a national championship. You got to live in this state 365 days of the year with these people. Winning is a matter of pride. team over there thinks he can win the football game. Really down deep believes that he can beat Oklahoma.
We appreciate you. You all have been the inspiration to all of us underclassmen. And guys, this is for you. And,
ever since the first year, our goal's been national championship, and we finally made it, I think. And I think that stands out most of all. It's just, everybody fighting together for one goal, and trying to accomplish it.
It's a great feeling to know that you're going out what you've always wanted to be as #1 in the nation.
Anytime you go 11-0, it's so self-gratifying, that you've done your job and, that you've done better than anybody else has.
I'm happy that the team had success, which means I have success, and that's the most important thing.
We've only lost 2 games in 4 years. Somebody'd be a fool not to come and be a part of this greatness.